Good afternoon and welcome to Have a Chat. I'm Audrey Lynch with my beautiful co-stars Judy Loge and Veronique Arsenault. Hello, ladies.
Stars sounds
Sure,
good.
we'll go with that. It's Monday.
Yeah.
It's Monday.
Yes, it is Monday here. A little snowy today here in Miramichi.
winter.
A little greasy out there, but we've got a great show lined up for our viewers today. You're not going to want to miss it.
So we went from no snow up until Christmas, like
That's right.
after Christmas, to like snowing all the time.
I know.
Yeah. No,
But
a
we
little
have
bit.
to take what we get. We live here. So.
No, we can't complain about this winter. We really can't. But it could be worse. It could be worse.
Sure.
Like I said, we have a great show lined up for you today. And we're going to start off our show like we always do with a nice positive quote. And Judy, you're up, sweetie.
I just like this one. I don't even know where I got it from, but I searched around and I don't have an author on it, but here it is. You can't skip chapters. That's not how life works. You have to read every line, meet every character. You won't enjoy all of it. Hell, some chapters will make you cry for weeks. You will read things you don't want to read. You will have moments when you don't want the pages to end. But you have to keep going. Stories keep the world revolving. Live yours. Don't miss out.
I feel like
that.
I've read
I
that.
love that too.
Yeah, I might have read that somewhere before, and
I've
I
never
did.
read
I
that
liked it. Yeah,
Take the good
it's
with the
true.
bad.
That's the way it works.
That's
you know,
life.
Every
It's
page.
hard, and it's hard when you're stuck in that chapter when it's not so, where you want it to end quicker, and you just keep waiting.
You want to
for it.
turn those pages
Yeah,
a
you
little
want to turn
faster.
that, and
Get
then
through it.
Yeah, and then you do, right? I mean, that's the thing, right? I love that. I
And
think
you savor the good, like the
Yes,
joyful
absolutely.
times, trips when you're on trips
True.
or with your children or with your
Yeah,
loved ones. You just
yeah.
you relish it.
No,
Oh, I love it.
exactly.
I like that too.
Fantastic.
Thank you.
Fantastic quote, Judy.
Yeah, I like it.
Yesterday was a big day. International Women's Day,
I
March
know.
8th. Wow.
Pump
All the
ourselves up.
pictures on Facebook with everybody sharing and posting and
Yeah.
Loved it.
and inspirational quotes all day long. It was great. It was
Yeah.
fabulous.
Women just rock, and even the men out there were saying it, which made me
They were
feel really
too.
happy. Were they really haranguing us as well?
Oh, absolutely. And I thought it is such a positive day, on social media in general, and it was nice to see and so many women honoring the strong women in their lives, and really just everybody honoring the strong women in their lives, and I love seeing those stories about how your mom was there or whatever. And so I love International Women's Day, and I think it's a really positive thing, and I think that the more we talk about how great women are and how great men are, the more that we can be equal. In all that we do.
I know. They're saying though that the future, parity of generational equality is going to be like 200 years away. A study showed before
Really?
it's actually the generation that
Really?
that meets that.
Oh.
I read that.
Yeah,
Study
well,
done.
I see
Forever.
it. I see it because women are, I think, 55% of the population, and women are not represented 55% of the time in workforces or in leadership or whatever. And I think oftentimes we get stuck on, well, we need more women, but I've often being involved in politics in the past it's not just about being more women. It's realizing that women are the right candidate or the right leader or the right CEO or the whatever. It's not just
They have what it takes.
Yes, I don't
to
want to
stand
see a
up.
woman in a position just because she's a woman. I want
No.
to see her in a
Yeah.
position because she deserves
Because she
to
can
be.
do the job.
Yeah, absolutely.
And there's no reason why she can't. It's
No.
not getting the job because she's a woman that we have the issue with.
Right.
No,
the bigger
we need
issue.
to we need to recognize that women have the skills that to run Fortune 500 companies and to
And they are.
to be prime minister, to be whatever it is, but I think it's not just because she's a woman; it's because she's the right person.
I know.
Yeah,
Beijing,
exactly.
Beijing has had the strongest platform. They've adopted 189 governments have adopted their platform, which
you're
looks
kidding.
they're strong. It's been 25 years put in place, and they're just all about women's the violence, the health issues, the equity in pay, all of that. They're really they're the main
Amazing.
the base
Yeah,
for
amazing.
women
exactly.
and
No,
equality.
I feel like we've come a long way.
We have.
Absolutely.
Absolutely, but we still have quite a ways
The
to go.
girls coming up
Yeah.
in the world have to be
No.
nurtured.
Agreed.
No, that's just it. So we want to make a shout out to, we've got a good news story, International Women's Day. We want to give a shout out to Natalie Woods, who was a positive candidate for Pat Jepson's transplant.
Yeah.
Kidney transplant.
And we had them on the show not too long ago
Yes.
because it's been 2 years that she found out that she was a good candidate, and it's taken this long, but the surgery is going to happen.
March 12th.
Amazing.
And I texted her and I said, how are you feeling? And she said, I just am so excited about this. And I said, are you nervous? She goes, no, this has to happen. And there's no connection to Pat whatsoever.
No, they're not related.
He was
They're
a
not
bus
related.
driver. He
No
was a
blood.
bus driver,
Yeah.
and she was a bus student. And she just, because she's a kind, giving soul, she said, I can make a difference in making his health better. So she's just one of those beautiful souls. And I'm
Exactly,
so
because
happy.
this is a big deal for her too, health-wise.
Oh, yeah.
Taking away and for her to be able to recover from this and be able to,
undergo surgery just to undergo that.
So
well,
we
I
wanted
mean,
to
any
share that.
surgery is tough, but to be taking out a part and giving away a part, like
I love that
she's
story.
amazing, and it's a
it is.
real act of kindness.
You'll definitely have to stay tuned because we're going to be following up with them after the surgery. We'd love to have them back on the show and see how they're both doing.
You'll feel so much better after
Yes,
this.
definitely.
So,
in other news, unfortunately, we also want to bring up the fact a huge bullying incident that happened in Nova Scotia in this past week that went viral. The video itself of the assault went viral. The alleged assault, which
take that word out.
I find it hard to believe when you actually have footage of it. Our thoughts and prayers are out to this young man and his family and everything that they're going through, trying to get justice for this. And a huge shout out because you've been trying with your program and getting the word out with how huge and big and serious this is.
I've been on it. I formed my own committee. It's called J Connection. Judy, I started it. But the connection goes with me to people in the community that are going to form a core committee to have goals and ideas and thoughts about how to progress and make education more of an obvious need because it starts at home.
Yeah.
And it's the education part. And then we have to teach them, if they're not at a safe environment at home, what to do when they get to school.
Absolutely.
But that's a whole other show.
At a school.
In a locker room.
In a locker room. Like, I don't understand where the supervision is or was or how this could even happen with us trying to be so aware.
Well, and just to I guess my because I used to teach high school and stuff. Yeah. It is hard though, right, for a teacher to be everywhere at all times. So that's not to say that there wasn't a teacher around or didn't, but just it's hard to be at all places at all times for our teaching staff. They are overworked and understaffed.
I know.
But this shouldn't have happened. This can't continue to happen, and something needs to be done.
Well, it's disturbing that there were so many in the room that
that's
one
my
single
issue.
person,
The bystanders.
one other child, your young adults, did not seek help from an adult.
And that's
the size difference. This little boy was in grade 9, small stature.
I couldn't bring
sweetest
myself
kid.
to watch the
And
video.
this great big boy looked about
and that's
twice the size.
Well, yeah, and that's often the case, right? Is that you see them because they go into school at grade 9, right? They go into the high school at grade 9, and there is often a large size difference, right? Between grade 9 and grade 10. So it's hard. I couldn't watch the video.
I get
either,
so
to be
angry.
honest.
I couldn't even click on it because I knew I was going to be wild.
I did see a
wrote
portion
to the
of it.
woman. I wrote to the mom, and there's an address that I can give out next week to. It's called Support Chase, and I don't have it in front of me. I will bring it.
Yeah.
But basically, it angered me so much that I just had to write her a note and say that Miramichi's rooting for her and Chase.
Absolutely.
And
Exactly. So we want our viewers to know, and we want them to know that we're thinking of them, and that
and there's been
whatever
a
it is you can do to stop it or you have a voice in this.
Yes,
this
please.
is not okay.
Well, and that's the thing. Like, there's been a follow-up interview with the young man and his mom, but terrible acts are not just perpetrated by the people who commit them; they're perpetrated by those who stand by,
of course.
And that is the biggest thing.
Silence. They're just doing nothing.
That is the biggest thing. And we often talk about Trump in the States. Although he terrifies me, to be honest, it's the millions of people that support him that terrify me more, because. He has power in that he is the president, but there are millions of people out there who have voted for him,
for sure,
who believe what he says,
and will again,
who believe what he believes, and that's what scares me. Is that what is that brewing, in the background?
But can I just say, I just get angered and fired up about this case. But what I think that boy should have to do with those other boys that were involved, he's the main bully. He's the one that was physically assaulted.
Yes.
They should be made to, once the charges are laid, hopefully, cross fingers, there's an assault charge laid. When they get back to school, they should have to work publicly in the school system, clean the floors in the cafeteria in front of their student body, do the dishes in the cafeteria, and then get up on the stage in the auditorium and apologize to everybody with their parents present. That's what's got to be done. Own it. stand up there and say, I did it and I'm sorry. Whether they're not sorry or not, it's going to put them on the forefront and everyone's going to be looking at them thinking,
because with social media, I can see the other people in the room, like, get the video and get all of that, because it's how many views do we have and how many likes, and for this video to go viral, that's what they value. Whatever the incident is that they're videotaping, it doesn't matter to them, and that is just so
that's why they
disturbing.
did it, so they would get attention.
Anything to go viral.
Anyway, I get hot and bothered.
I know we do. It's a big deal.
Well, and we're gonna do a show on bullying. We're gonna do an entire show on bullying coming up. So
it's my passion project.
Yeah, absolutely, and it's continuing to be a problem, not just in the schools, but you know what? I see it in adults, and we see it on social media, and because it's so easy to sit behind a keyboard and say, when you don't have to face that person, right?
Exactly. No, and we're open to our viewers with thoughts and ideas on who we should have on, how you want us to go about tackling this subject, and your views and opinions on it for sure. What else do we have going on? You're going to, the coronavirus.
We've all heard about it by now.
COVID-19.
It's awful.
Where are we at with all of that? What's the plan?
I have a couple of notes written down to be accurate that the coronavirus confirmed infections in the U.S. now has soared over 500 and has resulted in 24 deaths. Italy has the largest outbreak outside of China with 7,000 people identified as having it. And
haven't been diagnosed.
16 million people have been quarantined and not allowed to move out of Italy. 16 million.
Northern Italy,
So that's a huge ban.
Wasn't there just a school group that just came back from Italy?
Yeah, that's why they're not back. They're in Sussex, I believe.
From here, in New Brunswick.
So the health minister for New Brunswick has actually declared that anyone returning who has been in any of those hotspots,
because this was a class trip, right,
over March break. So anybody that's been in those hotspots over March break is actually required to stay home for 14 days.
Were they in the Venice area?
I don't know where they went. They did go to Italy, but before they went, they had advised them not to go, and they went anyway. There was a group from here that was supposed to go to Italy. They did change that trip, and they went other places.
Makes total sense.
Yeah, they went to other places. So so the New Brunswick health minister, Mr. Carty, did say that anyone returning from any of those identified locations around the world is not allowed back in the school system for 14 days.
So they have to quarantine themselves.
Correct.
They should stay home.
They have to stay home.
They have to stay home.
No, they can't go back to school.
They can't go back to school for 14 days. Okay.
Yeah.
But as far as being out in the public and going to the store,
that's their choice, right?
The really sad news before Vera gets to the stats real quick is in Vancouver now the nursing home's been affected. And that's a real deal. That's a really bad thing when you get your seniors.
Well, those are the people who are at risk,
that's
the elderly and the young.
And 13 people have died in Seattle in a nursing home with the coronavirus, which goes to show that it does affect the elderly and takes their lives.
Wow. Yeah, they think it may have been one of the healthcare workers that brought it into the home, and
scary situation.
Very. So I looked up from the World Health Organization some things to help us, as the general population.
What should we be doing to protect ourselves?
So, and we've heard it a lot, but wash your hands frequently. And so washing your hands with soap and water or using alcohol-based hand rub kills viruses that might be on your hands. We know not to touch our mouths, our eyes because of the fluid, right? And so
bodily fluids.
Exactly.
Do you know how many times we touch our face a day? 23 times a day.
Oh,
the
absolutely.
Average person touches their an hour. I'm sorry, an hour.
I was going to say
23 times an hour.
Yeah. And I really don't doubt that at all. Maintaining social distance. So we're close. Okay. So at least 1 meter or 3 feet distance between yourself and someone.
Everybody has a bubble.
Yes, but the bubble needs to get a little bit bigger, right?
Okay.
Especially someone who's coughing or sneezing, because we know when we sneeze, right?
The water droplets.
Right. Or when we cough, that kind of thing. Avoid touching eyes, nose, and mouth. Practice respiratory hygiene.
Okay. Respiratory hygiene.
Yes. So make sure you and the people around you follow good respiratory hygiene, covering your mouth and nose with your bent elbow. Or tissue when you cough or sneeze, then dispose of the used tissue immediately. And then if you have a fever, cough, or difficulty breathing, seek medical care.
For sure.
Yeah. So just to correct
Thank
myself,
you for those.
I said Health Minister Cardy, but it's actually Education Minister Cardy, and it's Health
Okay.
Minister Fleming. So my apologies for that. I flipped them around there.
Right.
But yeah, so those are supposed to help. And then is self-quarantine. If you're not feeling well, stay home.
I read that you should put, because it's such a habitual thing to do, is touch your face. I mean, we're wiping our eyes,
Absolutely.
we're checking our mascara, we're blotting our lipstick, we're wiping something that's tickling our nose. It's constant. We don't realize we're doing it. So they said even put some tape face up on your hand to prevent it so that it doesn't feel good. The stickiness is like, I won't do that again.
That makes sense.
Just train yourself. And to sit on your hands, I can't do that.
No, me either.
No.
I can't sit on my hands, but they said anything but not to touch your face.
Well, what about the fact, now you did mention, see there I am touching my face.
Audrey.
We all do it.
You said to seek medical attention, and red flags come up to me right away as soon as you say that, because I'm like, I don't want to go to the emergency room and be in a confined space with other people who may be sick.
You sit on your
or
hands
sicker.
and you
Yeah.
put your
I'm
mask
like,
on.
or do you wear a mask?
Yeah,
you know?
So they typically will have masks in the emergency room.
Okay.
And you know what? Although they say, those hand sanitizers are good, they're not 100%. But you take whatever precautions that you can in that particular case. But you want to make sure you seek medical attention because you don't want to get worse.
You could
No.
have
right,
it.
and you don't want to share it with the rest of your family. So. Yeah, you want to
exactly.
make sure you do seek medical attention.
I don't know about traveling. If I had to get on
Yes.
a plane right now, I think I was saying last week that I'm not going to stop traveling, but I am going to probably not travel for the next little while.
Yeah.
I don't. It's airports. Even when you get off the airline, you have to take the buses into certain places. Like in
sure.
Miami,
It's
you have
the
to get on the
confined
train
space.
and hang on to the railings. It's just,
Yep.
it's
No.
everywhere. You touch money, then you touch your face.
Absolutely.
No, exactly. That's just it. And the being on that plane in that enclosed space, I don't know about you guys,
Well,
but I always found the air is just,
Well, it's never
by the
good
time you get off, it's just not good.
It's everyone else's air on you.
Yeah,
No.
absolutely.
So thanks for those
Exactly.
tips for your needs.
Yes.
Well, and
definitely.
we the flu is bad, but also is this virus. So we want to make sure that we've got as much information as we can have, and
Perfect.
and just be as
Diligent.
precautionary as you can.
Definitely. Okay. Well, it's time for us to go to break. We'll be back shortly with our first guest, Vanessa Summers. Don't go away. Welcome back to Have a Chat. Thanks for joining us. Now we have our first guest, Vanessa Summers, joining us. Hello, Vanessa.
Hi, how are you?
Hello. I love first-time guests.
I know. I know. I'm all excited. It's Monday.
She's a newbie for
Yeah,
us.
people like to watch new and hear from new faces.
Oh, exactly.
Welcome.
Well, we're going to get you to tell us a little bit about who you are first, Vanessa.
Sure. So my name is Vanessa Summers. I've been born and raised in Miramichi. I went to Dalhousie University. I actually went to university for nursing. So I was a registered nurse, and I still am, for 11 years. And then last year, I got the opportunity to take a different career path, and I decided to take it on and see how that treats me.
You took it on well.
Thank you.
And that's what
Thank
you're here
you.
to talk to us about today.
Yes, yeah.
Exactly.
So I'm excited to say that I recently purchased the Wedding Lark last year. So I've been in business now for about 6 months. I have excellent support system both on my mother and father's side and also on my in-laws side as well. So they're great. I really look forward to them and ask them
your
lots of questions. My husband, yes, yeah. So recently married a year and a half ago. We have a 19-month-old son.
Beautiful.
so cute. Beautiful. So cute.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, he's definitely a growing. Yeah, he's
He's a handful.
He's a handful now. Yeah. He's
so tell us what the Wedding Lark is.
So, the Wedding Lark. So our store we provide wedding dresses. We provide prom as well, very large selection of modern prom styles. We also just recently got into renting tuxedos and suits.
Nice.
Oh, wow.
That's a great thing to know.
So exactly, yes, yeah. So we're excited about that. So that started in January. You can also purchase those suits as well if the men out there don't want to rent and you want to invest in a suit. That's also options. Recently got into selling flower girl dresses because that's a high demand. So I'll be receiving those this week. So I'm excited about that.
Beautiful.
I follow you on social media, and I love the pictures. Every time I see a new dress, I'm like, oh, look at that.
Vanessa herself in a model body there. She was wearing a dress that I saw to die for. Is that from your store that just came in?
That's one of our lines from Giovanni. It's the girls are loving the sequence. So that's new and upcoming. So
gorgeous.
It is gorgeous.
And you have accessories throughout your store. You have jewelry,
We do.
head pieces for the bride and bridesmaids.
Yes. So we do have veils, we have headpieces, we have crowns, we have earrings, bracelets.
Oh, I want a crown. I would like a crown.
Of course she does.
You always have an invisible crown.
I would like a crown.
So yes, we do offer those as well for both bridesmaids. Also, like the accessories goes for everybody really, and anybody can come in off the street and purchase as well. So it's not just secluded to
the wedding.
customers coming to the Wedding Lark.
Oh, okay.
And I have ordered many gowns over the years from that Wedding Lark business.
You have worn some beautiful gowns from there.
And I am happy to say that they were custom ordered. I went to, or they were either in stock, or I went through a magazine, and like Vanessa or the former owner would say, I can get that in for you. Just give
So
me
you
your
have
size.
catalogs that people can look at as well to
Yes,
see the.
absolutely. So if you go to the website, anything that we offer in the store, for the exception of the flower girl dresses just yet, I want to get them in store prior to updating the website.
Right.
But if you go to our website, you can click under any bridal party, brides, and it'll show you exactly what we have to offer.
Evening gowns. I spent days on them. My husband said,
Right.
"Are you cleaning?" No, I am.
Oh, yes.
I'm
I'm keeping
dressing.
my bank accounts.
So formal
That's right.
wear for
Yes.
men and women.
So
now.
exactly. So
Okay.
at this point, I really want to make it a one-stop shop for brides.
Good
when
for
they
you.
come in, I want to have everything accessible for them. So.
It's so beautiful in there. The minute you walk
It
in,
is.
it's the most glorious ambiance and setting. Tell us more about that and the consultations that are required.
Exactly. So when you first come into our store, you kind of get indulged in prom. So you walk in and you meet one of our employees, bridal consultants, and you kind of walk into the world of prom. And then in the back area, we have a private bridal suite. So we allow 2 hours per appointment for your bridal suite. Free of charge. There's no obligation, of course, to buy. When you're first time trying on bridal dresses, it's a lot of fun because we throw everything at you just to make sure that you can confirm, that you don't like that style.
Yeah, because there's so many styles now, right? I mean,
So
we all watch those shows, right? And there's mermaid, and there's ball gown, and there's all of these things. And I think if I were to be shopping for a wedding dress, although I think I know what I would want if I were to get married, it would be, there's a lot to look at.
There is, and very commonly I have a lot of girls coming in and saying, yes, I want the mermaid dress, and they leave with the complete opposite because they surprise themselves. They look
When they actually
body
get
shapes and sizes are
Absolutely.
all together different, and
Right.
that's why it's so important to try on different styles and
Exactly.
cuts.
What
for
suits your body.
Yeah. The biggest thing I wanted to talk about today in terms of any dress or tuxedo that's provided in the store is sizing. I recently invested quite a bit into bringing in sizes not only from size 6 but right up to size 30.
Oh, wow.
So,
Wow.
So all of our prom right now, they're kind of flying off the shelf right now because of course there's timelines and you can't order certain dresses now. However, bridal and bridesmaids, I brought in a lot of sizings up to size 30.
That's people are going to be so happy to know that.
Absolutely, yeah,
Right?
and I think it's so crucial because
It is crucial.
really when you come in, if you're, say, a size 12 in jean, you're going to be a size 16, 18 in bridal and bridesmaids. So
And that's the part that's hard to understand for a lot, because I've shopped with a lot of friends for their wedding dresses, and it's a bit of a shock, right? When you're like, well, I'm a size 6. Yes, exactly. I'm a size 6. Why am I in a size 12 now?
Right. Don't ever go shopping in Europe.
Yeah.
It's it does hurt the heart a little, but that's the world of prom, bridesmaids, and bridal. They all go up about 4 sizes. So
Interesting.
it's so that's why I think it's so important to include. I'm very excited. I haven't announced it yet, and I'm going to hold off just a few more weeks. But I brought in a new bridal line, and we're the only store in New Brunswick that are going to carry it. So we're exclusive to province. And I'm very excited. We're going to probably receive them in July. I know, they're gorgeous. You'll be excited about it. But,
I've never been in that store that there weren't an entourage of young ladies coming in to say, I'm here to look, I'm here to try. I'm hoping they're going to say yes to the dress.
Yes.
And I have to commend your staff, because
they're great.
You have hired, and the previous owner did a great job, and whoever you have working for you, they go out of their way to accommodate the customer.
Absolutely. I'm a firm believer in customer service, regardless if you leave the store with or without a dress. I think it's all about experience, and I think that's what every girl deserves.
You're the right owner.
No, because there's so many different events that come up in one's life. Like the gowns that you're buying, you're not getting married every year, are you? No,
maybe next year. Same price, different dress. You might try them.
There's different events and stuff like that come along. There's prom, there's your wedding, and there's other
galas.
different things.
I
There's
had
galas
two girls
that we
come in
have.
yesterday. We had the most fun. They were shopping for gala, and they were just great. Yeah, and they both left with dresses, which is amazing. So.
The Diva Diamond's coming up, so you
Exactly.
can win and maybe get one right off the rack.
Yes.
That's right.
No. What about now the fittings? You have a seamstress on site?
We do, yes.
Okay.
So she's wonderful. She's a godsend. She does miracle work.
Yes, she does.
So her expertise is wedding dresses, prom, and she is so good, she's so quick. I highly recommend her. So.
But you recommend, there's quite a long time before you get married that you should come in and start getting your dress.
So I wanted to touch base on that. So girls getting engaged really start to need to looking 12 months out. It does take 4 to 6 months for a dress to come in for a wedding. And if you customize, you're probably looking at about 8 months.
Oh, wow.
So and there are rush orders available. And we also have in store, we're constantly making new room for new dresses. So I'm constantly going through and saying, okay, let's put this one. They're in pristine condition. So if you get married, or if you get engaged, say today, and you're like, I'd like to get married. I'd like to get married in the summer. Well, we have dresses for you that we can sell right off the rack that are in great condition.
Nice to know.
Yes. So so that's exciting for girls like
You're
that.
going to have to get in about the big bridal show that's coming up, Vanessa.
Right. Yes. So March 22nd of this year, we're going to change up the venue a little bit because the Miramichi Agricultural Exhibition Ground. They are they're actually going to be doing renovations with their venue. So they're really going to be pushing for wedding venues and receptions there. So it's a great spot. It's nice and big. I believe the Rotary, yes, they had purse auction here, and it was great.
Well, the stage is
it's a great
beautiful,
space,
and it's
absolutely
all big. It can hold a lot of vendors you might want to talk about, and again, the time and.
That's right. So it's going to be March 22nd. You can purchase your tickets online you can go to our website, and we always have the event there. We also are going to sell tickets at the door, so you don't have to worry about if you didn't get your ticket online. You'll be able. So we're setting up for. So it's $12 online. It's going to be $15 at the door, and all of the proceeds that are made, we're going to donate to the Waterville Animal Clinic.
That's how I take my dogs.
I
love all the vets on the river, but I just happened to start with them, and I've stayed with them.
Exactly.
And there's a fashion show in that.
Absolutely. So doors open at 1 p.m. and from 1 till 3, we're going to have, I think we have a total of 14 vendors and sponsors, and they're going to be located all over the building, and you can meet and talk with them, get appointments. There's a lot of prizes. We have a few grand prizes as well.
Wait.
Absolutely. So, and the brides for our grand prize is you can win your wedding dress with us.
It's such a beautiful. I see that event for the past I don't know how many years, and I've ordered my gown through Vanessa at the Wedding Lark, and I have yet to see it. So I'm going to be popping in.
I can't wait to see it.
Absolutely, it's
and I
gorgeous.
can't wait.
Yeah, so I'm very excited about it, and the fashion show starts at 3 p.m. Usually lasts for about an hour. We have over 100 gowns being modeled on the runway by our models.
Oh, wow.
It's a beautiful day.
Yeah,
it's exciting. It's a happy occasion to celebrate the future brides.
Exactly, and we have we're going to be doing a display for bridesmaids and flower girl as well.
So, and men can go. They can bring, you can bring your partner, your future husband, or your family members.
We had an event at the Rod a few weeks ago, and I was shocked, and I was very happy happy about it that men had
So
come
many,
as
yeah.
well. Yeah, I think it's so important.
Yeah.
They're
To be part
just-
of it, and I do think that men are getting more involved in that
Absolutely.
the whole process. You know, I mean,
Yeah.
you know, I'm seeing in my friends and my young cousins that are getting married as well that you know their partners are more involved because
Right.
it's their day too.
Exactly.
Of course it is. They want to be as special and to be
Yeah,
part and
exactly.
supportive of the woman in their life.
Right.
Yeah.
Or you know the woman with the woman. It's now you know the gender equality and
Yeah,
that's right.
and women getting married to women and
Exactly.
men and men. So
Absolutely. No, I think it's wonderful. Yeah.
How exciting!
what's the most exciting part about your change from the nursing career, which was fantastic, and you can always have that again,
Right.
to being a business owner of a fabulous boutique?
Absolutely. So I think honestly it's kind of similar to nursing. Like it was very exciting because you're there to help people. And I'm very much a people person and I love making people happy and I like, you know, communicating and so that to me is also very exciting for
I love
yeah.
So
yeah.
what do you see as far as what's happening is the trends and the styles coming into this
Right.
wedding season?
Good
Exactly.
question.
Yes, excellent. So right now, before it was like lots of lace. Everybody loved lace, and it's still very much common. But right now, people are and fitted. People want it fitted with lace. But a lot of people are looking for more plain, sleek, sexy. You know,
Sleeves, no sleeves.
yes.
What's the most popular
So
right now?
right now, actually, sleeves are very popular, but it's more like 50-50, like in terms of, it depends on the time of year too.
Sure.
But a lot of people are looking for more A-line now, so fitted on the top and then flowy from the bottom out. So
Flattering
that's
on the body,
exactly,
right?
yeah. So that's very much the trend right now.
Do you find that the styles are governed by what's happening via New York for us, or is it more Ontario out west? Do you find that the styles come in through?
I would say probably more so New York than out west. Yeah.
Are you having any issues? Sorry, having any issues with importing and things like that? Just with everything else that's
You know
going
what,
on?
actually, yes. So we're probably experiencing delays of about 6 weeks right now.
Okay.
Yeah,
there is.
the factories were shut down for about 6 weeks
Yeah,
there in
of course they were.
January. So yeah, we have a lot of girls calling and prom girls, bridal, asking, you know, when's the delivery date of my dress, and so it is guaranteeing to come in. It's just a little bit
Pressure,
late.
though. It is
Yeah,
always
so
pressure.
don't leave
Absolutely,
it too
because-
late.
It's like
Right.
the stock market crash with the drop in the oil.
I know.
Oh my lord, it's all scary, you know. Hopefully
Right.
it'll get up back on track before too long.
Exactly.
Are you seeing like colors in wedding dresses, or are they still like white?
Right. So very rarely do you ever see white. Every dress pretty much is ivory. It does come in the option of white, but if you were walk into our bridal suite, you would see cappuccino, rose, antique. You would see taupes, mochas. You know, so you do see quite a bit.
Oh,
I don't look good in those. I mean, I look good in white.
See, I don't look good in white.
I look bad in beige. You know.
No, I don't look good in white.
That
at all.
champagne color, I think, was popular there for a few
Absolutely,
years.
it was,
You know
and
what I
that's
mean? But to
something
me, that
that's-
was almost nude.
Right.
To be wearing a champagne color.
Right.
It wouldn't be nude on me. I'm a little too dark for that. But
Yeah, exactly, and that's just it. Everybody pulls it off so differently because of skin tone, hair color, complexion, everything. Yeah.
Are veils in or out?
Veils are kind of. You either go with a long cathedral or you go with nothing, a headpiece. Yeah, it's again like 50-50. It's all personal preference, but I would say it's 50-50 right now.
What's your personal favorite style? Like your personal look? I mean, you got married, you looked absolutely
Yeah.
stunning.
Thank
You might change your dress the next time if you
Right.
ever got renewed vows. But what's
Exactly.
your favorite look?
I think my favorite look is a trumpet style, so nice and fitted, and then kind of flare at the knees out. I think it's very sexy, feminine. Again, not everybody likes that style, but for me personally,
And what do they call that? You said it
a
was
trumpet.
trumpet.
And what
Okay.
length is it?
It flares right after the knee.
So right about the knee, it starts to flare out.
To the bottom,
Yes.
right to the floor.
Yeah.
And back, I like backs that are out because I love a
Yes.
woman's
I
back.
love back.
Right.
One of my favorite things about a woman's body is the back.
Yeah. I love a backless dress, actually.
Me
I do. Not on
too.
myself, but I
Yes,
love
why
to.
not?
Yeah, I'm not there yet, but I love to see. I'm not there yet. Give me another couple months in the gym. But I love to see a backless
Me
dress, or with
too.
the illusion, you know.
Right.
like
Yeah.
Exactly.
I love
The
the
tulle
ladies.
or
A
whatever.
lot
yeah.
of it.
Right, it is. A lot of girls are opting for the sheer illusion with the applique on the back as
Yeah.
opposed to open. It kind of gives it a little extra coverage depending on how low it goes
Yes.
because
Yeah.
a lot of girls are not sure how.
No.
Yeah.
So
that's-
What
love
advice do you have? Believe it or not, we're almost out of time.
That's
but
okay.
Those girls who are looking for prom dresses or even a wedding dress that may be
Absolutely.
larger busted.
Yes.
where do you go? And you want something that may be a little more
You need a real
back.
good bra.
Like me.
I'm
me.
yeah.
Yeah, you
I'm like,
both, Judy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I brought in quite a few dresses that complement that shape very well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so you have that support and coverage without being too covered.
Revealing.
Exactly. So I definitely have improved the bridal suite in that manner in terms of providing that support.
And I love
for girls.
that you've got some plus sizes as well to give that option. You know, it's hard it's hard to find clothes in general, but
Yes.
when it's that important.
Exactly. And I want girls to realize too that when you come in and you see, oh my goodness, I'm a size 20. A size 20 is not in the bridal word yet. Yes, that is a large number when you think about it, but it's not at all. That is a normal size girl.
Don't be scared.
So don't be nervous.
No, exactly. Thank you so much,
You're
Vanessa,
welcome.
for coming on our show
Thank
and
you.
filling us all in. And congratulations. And
Thank
we
you.
wish you the most success possible.
Thank you so much. I
See you
appreciate it.
on March 22nd.
Don't go away. We'll be back with more Have a Chat after the break. More Have a Chat. Thanks for joining us. Up next, we have our next guest, Sarah Jardine, joining us. Hello, Sarah.
Hi.
Thanks for coming on our show today.
Thank you for having me.
On the
Yeah.
snowy Monday.
No,
March
exactly. No, that's just it, but it is a Monday. So we're continuing on with our theme today we were just talking to Vanessa with the Wedding Lark and dresses and things like that. Now tell us a little bit about who you are and why we're here to talk to you today.
Okay, so I'm Sarah Jardine. I'm from Quarryville, and I went to hair school 2 years ago. Like, I graduated in 2018, and then I went and worked with Denver, Ontario at the Den
Yes.
right after, and I am still there now.
And loving it?
Loving it.
Loving it. Every day is a joy for you, I think.
Every day.
I can
Well,
see that in her.
It's a real gift, though. It's an art, and I've said that to you before, Audrey,
Audrey.
because I don't have any artistic skills.
You should do.
No, I'm okay with it. I mean, I sing, but I shouldn't sing in public. But I do sing. But it's such an art to watch you do hair. Like it's
Yeah.
amazing.
My
Yeah.
mom's a hairdresser
she
too,
is.
Oh, as well.
so yeah, I grew
I'd be
up around
terrified
it.
to touch
No.
somebody's hair.
Yeah,
You
no.
girls are the pros, so
Yeah,
it's
well, I
exciting
went to
have
school
you.
later on in life after I
Yes.
had my 4 children. So
Yeah.
I've only I graduated in 2006.
Did not know
Okay.
Yeah,
Where
so
did you go?
I went when Majestany Institute was here in Miramichi, was open for a
Yes.
few years, so I was able to go to
Yes.
school right here
Oh,
and then run home and look after my 4 kids and take it on then. So I was a mature student, but again, always had a passion for it. If you were to look in my yearbook, it says my future plans
Yeah.
were to go to Toronto and go to hair school
Yeah.
there, but
Well, you're
that didn't pan
successful.
out.
You're
But
successful in a business
I always
owner.
had the dream for
Yeah.
it and had the knack
Oh,
for
it's
it.
fun.
Not that school year wasn't a struggle
No.
and many tears and many wanting to pull my own
Yeah.
hair out, but we got
Yeah.
through it, and now you've got 2 years under your belt
Yep.
for actually doing it. So,
Yes.
so besides hair and makeup, we're going to talk to you a little bit about what's trending right now
Yeah.
with all of that.
So for makeup,
Let's
right
talk, yeah,
now,
makeup,
blue is a huge color.
Blue eyeshadow.
Coming up for spring.
Blue eyeshadow.
Blue eyeshadow.
I've seen it a lot at the Oscars, believe it or
yeah.
not, when I was watching the
different
dresses.
shades of blue as
Okay.
well. So pastels are coming back.
Okay.
Pastel blues, pinks, everything, makeup, a lot of pastel.
Light.
Pastels
Yeah.
I'm okay with, but blue.
I can't.
I know when you hear blue, you're like, ooh.
No,
it's a
electric
lot.
blue is what we think because
Well,
when
frosty,
we went,
right?
yeah,
Right.
that frosty, glittery
that
blue, and it
Right.
didn't matter what color eyes we had back then.
Right.
We all wore blue.
White eyeliner is
Oh,
coming.
dear.
It's coming back.
You and I are in
It's
trouble.
coming
Just buy
back.
a mask and be done with it.
White
Halloween.
eyeliner.
The
wow.
white eyeliner, if you pop it in your lower waterline, I find
Yeah.
it can give your eyes almost a pop. Like it makes them look more weak.
Let's try it sometime.
I do that
We'll have
sometimes
to
if
because
I'm
I wear
super
black
tired.
in my waterline.
Right? It just
Always.
it gives you that extra. I find you need the mascara on the lower line though, because
Okay. I
if you
don't
put
do that.
white, it's
To
too
really
much.
define, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
White and blue. We're good so far.
For
Not-
spring especially, like people tend to lighten up their lipsticks
Yes.
and glosses and skincare is another huge thing that people tend to forget. I
Totally.
say if
Exactly.
you don't have good skincare, you might as well throw away the makeup.
I've been right into skincare lately. Right
Me
into
too,
it. I've
because if
really
Well, the skincare is
Me too.
it's the
base.
yeah, exactly. It's the
Yep.
canvas in which you paint
Yep.
your picture.
It's true.
Right.
And if the canvas is not good,
No.
it won't
not
matter
bad.
how
Right,
good your
right.
paint is.
Yeah, so if you're buying $65 foundation and buying $10 skincare, you know what I mean? You kind
Yeah, they go
of
hand in
balance
hand.
it out. Yep. A lot of people tend to use a lot more sheer foundation in the summer, spring, because they feel better when they start to get a tan, and
Yep.
especially when
They
they're
have a
coming
bit
back
of
from
glow.
south
Yeah,
too.
lighter,
People like
yeah.
to go, especially myself.
How do you know? Like what? So let's go with Veronique, myself, and Audrey. As
Oh, what
far
to
as,
use as far as shades
like,
and
can we
colors.
just really
Yeah.
quickly talk about what you would do, just like an overview of Veronique's face when you were just going to tackle it, like for the first time to do a summer look, spring, summer.
I'd bronzer up some.
Yeah, I'm pretty
Give her a
fair.
little
I would.
pretty
I would
fair,
bronzer
yeah.
up.
Yeah.
Although a fair complexion can be nice too.
Like
at the
mine.
same
It's a look.
time.
It's
It is.
definitely
It's a
a
look.
look. It is a
Also,
look
it's
as
a
well,
look
just so
I don't
you
have
know.
I don't have much control over that look. I'm pretty fair.
No, but you can
guys
go
are
with
doing-
it.
Yeah, you can now, especially, and red lips are back, so you could pull off a red lip because I find fair skin with a red lip.
It's beautiful.
really
I don't, and it's funny. I
Really
so I
nice.
did work for a cosmetic company for years, and it was a requirement for us to have red lips and red nails for November and December every year.
Okay.
So I did get used to it, I
Yep.
do tend actually to go red in December.
Yep.
It's habit, and then just the rest of the year I tend to go a little bit more
Right.
neutral. But yeah,
Yeah, I feel like you do a good job with your lipstick and your makeup.
you,
Like
girl.
I feel like I wouldn't change it.
Thank you.
Look at you.
I'm just my own little person, do my own little thing.
yeah.
No, but I feel like, yeah, because you're doing it right. Like, they say that as you, like, not that you're aging.
No, I am
Judy,
aging.
But,
Let's get
but
that
as
fact
you
out there.
age, they say you should eliminate, certain things. Like,
less. Less
they
is more.
say
Less eyeshadow,
Less
less
everything.
eyeshadow. They
is
say you should
huge.
avoid the shimmery shades and
Right.
eyeshadow as your eyelids change.
Right.
Exactly.
And
Because that skin is different.
it
It's
is
not
different.
the same.
Well, and I do worry,
Exactly.
like I do worry. I used to wear a lot more makeup, and I do worry that I am too old. And I
That
hate
you
to
haven't
say that.
updated your look according
Well,
to.
yeah, and I went out to a gala dinner I was emceeing a few weeks ago, and I did the smoky eye on my eyes, which I hadn't done for a long
beautiful like
time, and
that.
I was like, gosh, am I making myself look older? I worried about it, like that I
That's
was.
just it.
Yeah.
I feel like YouTube is great. It helps people change their looks and they don't feel so. Because I feel like if you change something about someone that they've worn for so long, they feel like they're changing a lot
No.
about
Yes.
themselves.
And they feel like it doesn't suit them
And they
because
feel
that's
like it
not what
doesn't
they're
suit
used to
them.
seeing.
Exactly.
So
I've
there's
really
little
stopped
changes that you can make that
I stopped
make a
wearing
difference.
eyeliner totally.
Yes, and that was the top tip that I
Oh,
found.
okay.
That eyeliner. They say dark lipstick on people as they age. Their lips
You can say older women. It's okay.
get
We're all in the we're all
their
there.
lips get
Yeah.
thinner. So
Right.
when
Yes.
you put dark lipstick on that, your lips are gonna look
Thinner again.
smaller.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Smaller. Okay.
Right?
No,
So
that's
if you
just it.
use a brighter, they say soft browns, nudes, taupe colors, things like that can kind of you almost contour your lips to look bigger.
Yeah, you
Alright.
want them to look fuller.
Yes.
Right?
With a nice gloss
Kinda
in the I always find popping a little bit of gloss in the middle of any color
Of any color, yeah.
can
Nice.
kind of
And what about
Bring it up.
cheeks and like contouring and blushes?
cream. I find
Cream.
is the
Yeah.
key. If you use cream blush and cream contour, I find my makeup seems less cakey.
Okay.
If that
Okay.
makes sense.
I have both. Do you wear both?
Well, I never got into the contouring thing at all
Mm-hmm.
unless I have it done professionally. Do not attempt contouring.
No.
You haven't watched a video
No.
or haven't had someone show you how to do it.
Yeah.
Because it can turn out bad.
It can. It can.
It-
Especially if
totally-
you bring it in too close to your
your-
lip
or
yeah.
too far down?
or too far down.
I know when I did it myself, I was like, this is bad, but I paid and had it done professional when I stepped on stage to do my competitions.
Yep.
And my photos look flawless.
Right.
Though when I look
makes
in the
a
mirror
difference.
after she's done, I'm like,
Yeah.
oh my land.
Yeah.
But-
well, and I did read something about contouring that when you're contouring, you need to suck in
Yes.
Okay.
and do that part, and
To
when
know
you're
when.
blushing,
Yes.
you smile or
Okay.
Yep.
And I have pretty pronounced bones,
I always
like
say
chiselly kind
the
of
number
like
3.
gaunt.
Yes,
If you use
yes.
the number
Okay.
3 method,
Making the number
3,
Okay.
it can give you a bit of a guideline. And then you use your blush and then your highlighter always, which can go crazy.
That's another thing.
That's another.
highlighter.
That's another. Be careful when you're playing with that one. The highlighter
Highlighter.
doesn't mean that
Just-
orange and pen.
Just a little bit, it goes
Goes
a long way. Because you see people and it's almost like, wow.
Especially in the
you're
age
glowing.
of selfies.
Yes.
People are all taking these selfies, and then all of
Yeah.
a sudden you're like, I'm looking at pictures going, okay, why does it look like
Why
there's
is there a
light?
line?
Yeah.
Ooh, that's
Yeah.
not good.
So you have to
Yeah,
be careful.
eyebrows. Let's talk eyebrows.
Eyebrows.
Like, I mean, you know, there people have lost
People
their
are
eyebrows because
going
they clip
very
too much and don't have
structured.
any, so they go
People
with the
are
pencil.
going bigger.
Bigger. I like
Bigger
that.
brows.
I love big brows.
More people are fading their inner corner. It's almost like an ombre brow, if that makes
Okay.
sense. So people
Okay,
are fading
yeah.
the inner corner a little bit.
Right?
The outer corner is more like, don't judge mine today.
I love them.
But anyway,
lovely.
yeah. So I always had really fine eyebrows, and then I discovered the eyebrow pencil.
And then you say,
Yeah.
don't they say your thumb, your fingers, like
Yes.
if you should match
Yeah.
up. So
As far as if
there
you're
I'm touching my
tweezing.
face
But they
again.
are sisters, not twins. So
They don't.
you
They're
have
never
to-
going to look.
No,
I
they're
heard
never
that on a
going to
talk
look the same.
show that
Oh, I
you
like
should
that.
I've never
have to
heard
wear.
that before.
They're sisters, not twins.
Not twins.
I like
Exactly.
that.
And
It's
I
not
heard
supposed to
that
be
on a
identical.
talk show as well, that people are they're trying to get the symmetry totally right. And they said, one guy, he was doing the tutorial, he said, nothing should be so
No, they
perfect
shouldn't
about
be
the
picture
eyebrows.
perfect from
But
one
I like-
side to the other.
Interesting.
But I
No.
like picture perfect.
What about, I noticed some of the younger girls in high school specifically, I haven't seen it in younger women
Yep.
per se, but they're putting in like actual lines.
Yes.
Like cutting out.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
they're cutting their eyebrows.
No, not
Like
done
the-
it.
No, I'm not doing it either, but
I-
I've seen it and I'm like, is that
I
just
don't
a trend
necessarily
right now,
love
you think?
the look. I find, actually, microblading is huge.
Yes.
Huge.
Huge right
Yeah.
now. There's also something called, I believe it's micro shadowing.
That's right.
Same thing, but you're going to get more of a solid finish
Right.
versus
And
the
it's a
lines.
temporary tattooing of
Yes.
the eyebrow and area and
Yeah.
stuff like that. And it, can
be
look very
really nice
natural.
or very bad.
Right.
I've seen both.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, and I find the thing about that is they need to be educated on what color they're putting on your face. Because I've seen people come in and say, "Oh, I've gotten microblading, but it turned like blue
Uh-oh.
or like a green,"
Yeah.
and you're
or
like,
it's too dark.
because they don't. You
or-
almost have to go with your complexion, right? Because you
Of
could be
course. You
olive, you can be.
Wow.
Yes, I know.
No,
Yeah.
There's so
skin
much to
tone
do.
is
Yeah.
just a lot.
Yeah,
It's a lot.
tired.
Being
I
a
always-
woman,
I know.
being a woman is so much work.
Yeah, it is.
Are we going to swing to some fashion? I
Yes.
know that there's some fashion
Yes.
looks that are in that
Yep.
I'm not real excited about
Yep.
for the 2020 spring
Well, I
season.
feel like I shouldn't leave
Well,
my house now.
Oh, no.
know.
There's
No.
some bad ones,
Well,
Sarah.
there's hair that goes along with all
There
of this makeup
is.
as
Blue
well,
eyeshadow.
right?
Yeah.
and
Wait till you hear
So-
some of the things that are trending in fashion.
So
Okay.
in fashion right now,
Oh.
60s print is back,
Mm.
like
Wallpaper.
wallpaper.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. I automatically think of Austin Powers
Yeah,
I think of
What?
curtains.
and
Yes.
go-go boots.
yes,
That's what's in.
so
Yeah, that's it.
Oh,
that
my.
is back.
Yeah,
Crochet
I love it.
material.
I've
It's very
seen-
nice.
I love
I've
it.
seen
It is
actually
nice.
Katy Perry.
Yes.
She had a crocheted
Oh,
All I
patchwork dress
can
on.
see
Yeah.
is there's this meme on social media, and it's got guys in crochet Bermuda shorts, and I think that's all I can see in my head now.
No, women.
It is.
But crochet is handmade, so
Yes.
the beautiful intricacy of the
I think crochet
Depends on how you
beautiful.
wear it.
Yeah,
Oh,
You gotta be
again.
I
careful.
think crochet is beautiful. I just don't want to put it on my booty.
Okay.
To me, I feel like it's almost macrame.
I love
Yes.
it.
Macrame.
Yes,
Isn't that a
that
thing?
is-
Yeah, it is. I love it.
What else did you say was
Oh my
the
gosh,
shorts?
the neon and the short. Oh, hot pants are
Yes,
in,
hot
folks.
pants.
The men will be excited, but the
I'm
women
not
won't
leaving
be.
the house.
But you can
'Cause
pull
you-
it off because you're in your 20s and you've got the little frame, and so it
But
looks
would
nice.
I?
What?
I wouldn't do it.
Hot pants, you have to. I don't know. You have to be super confident and
Yeah,
super
absolutely.
into the right body
I
fit.
don't know, but like
A yuck.
To me,
Yeah.
like hot pants and leggings and things like that, they're they're not pants, and
No.
your shirt or top or blouse should cover.
Well, I always say
the-
leggings, especially if you're wearing leggings, wear a shirt that's long enough to cover.
Exactly, your bottom.
Yeah, the whole,
And the
whole
Bermuda
bottom.
shorts are back though.
Yeah.
Bermuda shorts are in, which goes just below the knee.
I feel like the Kardashians wear those all the time and that kind of stuff.
I don't
and
see that. I don't see that.
Like, I don't know. I feel like they're the only ones that can pull that off.
And then
because-
polka dots are back in, girls.
Yeah,
I love
did see
polka
that.
dots.
Okay,
I do.
they're in.
I like polka dots.
I like
Yeah.
polka dots too.
Yeah, neon, pastel are
These
both
are big
back.
collars. Huh?
Highlighter
Yeah.
things. So you know, like you wear the
big
neon
collars.
orange,
Remember
neon
that glow in the
green.
dark
Yeah.
kind of stuff?
Maybe we'll just stay
Wow.
home.
Yeah.
I don't think I can leave the house. I don't think this is going
No.
to be my best
This
time.
is
No,
not
this is not going to be your season.
I don't think
No.
so.
Okay.
No,
Not your fashion
That's
season.
unfortunate.
Blazers are huge.
Blazers.
I find blazers are always something you
Yes,
can
yeah.
throw on, and
I only have a couple.
it works.
Really, I'm not a blazer or suit girl, even though they're chic and professional looking.
I find I'm too much shoulder
Well,
for me.
the thing is, you can get at certain stores. I find you can buy blazers that don't have that
Padding in it.
that are almost more feminine.
Yeah.
Yes.
Versus you get the
Yeah.
shoulder pads and you feel like you're a box on top.
No, exactly.
You know what I mean? So
Vests are in
No.
too.
Vests.
are big.
Yep.
Are you a vest person? I'm not a vest
No.
person
No,
either. I have
I'm not.
two, and I never wear them.
No, I don't wear
No.
those.
So you're going to be in your night shirt all year?
Yeah, my polka dot night shirt at home. Actually, question going back to makeup and stuff. Do you do makeup in your business right now?
I do. I do not. I don't advertise for it because I don't do it as much as I would like.
Yeah.
I would like to get more into it. I do more hair. Hair is more my
I know.
Yeah.
my comfort zone.
Yeah.
I will do makeup for friends.
Yeah.
I get asked a lot. Like people
Yeah.
will say,
Because
"Oh,
there's courses and classes
Yes.
that we can take
Yeah,
for
yeah.
that
that,
is then
for that area
that's the
too
thing.
as
so
well.
mainly I do it for friends or family that will say, but it's just always been something I love since I was
I know you have.
grade 7. I was watching
Been fascinated.
YouTube. So
What's the trend in hair this year then?
Yes.
right now people are doing that short blunt bob for cut wise.
Like
That's
yours?
You like
that,
yours?
like mine.
So
Yeah.
cute.
I've
Like
seen that
mine.
at the
That's
Oscars.
sweet.
Yes,
A lot of
yeah,
short,
a lot
short
of
bobs.
short
Yeah.
bobs. And people are also mixing up their bob and adding some texture. So they're adding some layers, some like
Okay.
just some texture to give you something
Some
extra.
chunky.
Yep. The shag
Oh, I like it.
Oh,
is
that's
always
okay,
yep.
okay.
Bangs. Bangs are
Bangs.
always kind
I've
of
tried
bangs.
bangs.
I did it.
Yeah.
I've tried it for
I did it
years.
the
I
other
don't
day.
think I'm weirdo.
Bangs.
Well,
Yep.
so Darlene hates me because I do it all the time. Where all of a sudden I'll decide one day I need
Yeah,
bangs and
you
I'll
do.
cut my own.
Oh.
Yeah, it's not
Yeah.
a good idea.
No,
Yeah.
exactly. That's just it.
But
Well,
long hair will always be in, correct?
Long hair will always be in.
Right.
Good.
no,
Yep.
We're in.
that's
Yep.
just
That'll
it.
be the only thing
Yeah.
I've got.
Well, no, you have your polka dots and your long hair. And your
Yeah,
shirt.
and your
And my
nightdress.
night shirt. Yeah.
No, that's just it. Well, thank you for joining us
Thank
today,
you for having
Sarah,
me,
and
guys.
filling us all in.
Yeah,
It's been
no
fun.
problem.
We'll have to bring you back again.
Yes, for
For
sure.
the summer look.
For the summer look.
To find out what's
sure.
going on and
You can
what's
come out
happening
then.
there.
Come out of hiding then.
Yeah.
Ernie.
No, the next time we have her on, we'll have to all be,
Yeah.
you know,
Neon.
No,
Dots, and you'll be in your.
have taken her
Can't do
advice.
it. I can't do
Yes,
it.
Yeah.
definitely. Thank you again for
Thank
joining
you.
us.
Great
And
very
thank
much.
you to our viewers for watching. And have a great day. Happy Monday. And we'll see you all again next week. Don't go away. Or yes, go away. Commercial. I'm afraid the show is over. We'll see you next week. Goodbye for now.